This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.com.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. In this video we will discuss a new chapter named Arrays, and we will start from its definition. In previous chapters we have written simple programs in which less number of variables have been used as numeric or string variables. If we have to use hundreds or thousands different variables in the program, it will become difficult to handle them. For example, a program has to store names of 100 students in a computer. It needs 100 different variable names. So an array can solve these type of problems by defining names instead of contingent memory location, defining several names for string different values. Arrays are used to process a large number of data of same type. So first we will discuss the definition of an array. An array is a collection of it is defined as a collection of variables that can store data of same type at consecutive memory locations. So this is how we can define an array. Now each array or you can call it a memory location holds a single value which is called an element of an array. The array is represented by the computer's memory location by a set of consecutive memory locations. So here I would like to emphasize on the name array, memory location, element. These are all different things. You should not mix them together because we need to understand each and every term separately. We must know what is the definition of an array and what is the definition of an element, what does it mean by memory location, and what is the meaning of element of an array. So these are all different values, different terms. First of all, we discuss the definition of array, which we have just discussed above, and now we're gonna understand what does memory location mean, element of an array. These are all different terms, so we will discuss them one after another. So now we'll discuss now the memory locations. So here I'm gonna underline and bold the definition of each and every term separately. So here I would like to underline the memory location. I'm going to just explain the memory location. Memory locations. So I'm going to underline it and bold it. Are referred to as elements of an array. So if you call the elements are the memory locations and memory locations are the elements, so both have the same meaning, but we can call them in different location. In computer, whatever we give a data to a computer, it saves into the memory location. So each and every data, whatever we give and type and store in computer, it requires some memory location. So the element of an array, so we are talking about the elements, so there are more than multiple elements are there, therefore they need different memory locations. So the elements can also be called as memory locations, and the memory location can also be called as elements of an array. So each array is given a name, and the elements of the array are accessed with reference to their position or location number. So I'm gonna underline this, that each array is given a name and the elements of the array are accessed with reference to their position or location number. These are all very important things to understand. That's why I'm making them bold, all these terms. So this position number is called index or subscript. So I'm gonna highlight this. So this position number is called the index or subscript. So there are different terms: memory locations, elements, position, and this position is specifically known as index or subscript. I've made them bold for you guys. Now I'm going to discuss the subscript. The subscript or index value is written in parentheses with the name of array. So I'm gonna bold this subscript or index value over here. These are all written in the parentheses with the name of array. The first element of the array has an index value 0. I'm gonna bold it. Unless specified. Otherwise, and the index is incremented for each next element. So now we're going to discuss the syntax of it, the grammatical rules for writing array in GW Basic. Syntax is array name and then size of array enclosed in parentheses. This is the most smallest bracket. This is called parentheses. Size of array. It is also called as subscript of array. This size of array. An array is referred by its name followed by a subscript enclosed in parentheses, where array name, array variable, so both are two different things, array name and array variable. Array name and the array variable is the variable name of the array. And size of array, which we discussed just above, subscript or index value is specified number of data items that it will contain. So we just discussed that the subscript or the size of array must be enclosed in the parenthesis. The array name array variable is the variable name of the array. Size of array is also called the index value or subscript of the array, specified number of data items that it will contain. So we will explain now element. Each element is given a unique storage location in the array and a subscript or index value is used to identify the position of a particular element. So we have discussed this, that it's a unique storage location in the array, the element, and a subscript index value is used to identify the position of that particular element. So these are all different terms, gonna highlight over here, making them bold for better understanding. Now we'll discuss the subscript. The subscript which may be an integral, I'm gonna making it bold, expression or simple variable, is enclosed in parentheses after the array name. We have only dealt with unsubscripted variables so far, which are simple variables. So the unsubscripted variables are also called simple variables. Now we will discuss the subscripted variables, which are called array. So there's a difference between these two variables types. The one variable type, a simple variable, is also known as a subscripted variable, and subscripted variable is known as an array. So the difference between these two types of variables. Simple variables that are capable of storing one value at a time. Now, different definition we will discuss, dear viewers. An array is called a subscripted variable because when we need to access a certain element, we must use a subscript to point to that element so we can differentiate it from the rest. So to access a certain element, we must use a subscript to point to that element so we can differentiate from the rest. So now we'll discuss all array elements. These are all very important points in an array. Have the same variable name, a single variable name, which is also the name of the entire array. An array variable can be numeric or string. For example, string and dollar is consisting of 5 elements, and $0, so this is subscript, and $0 is subscript. Again, and dollar is the name of the variable array, and one is the subscript, second element up to n dollar 4. Since there are 5 variables starting from 0, so it will end at 4. So there are total 5 elements. So that's all. We will discuss this example in the next video with more explanation. So we have discussed that if we use a string variable and dollar, which is an array consisting of 5 elements, that it must contain the elements starting right from the number 0 till 4. So that's all. Thanks for watching my video.